Have you ever wondered what it takes to build a company more valuable than Apple, to literally power the entire AI revolution? What if that journey started not in a pristine Silicon Valley lab, but with a boy cleaning toilets in a harsh reform school? This is the story of Jensen Huang, a man who turned childhood hardship into an iron will, and a small-time waiter job into the foundation of a multi-trillion-dollar empire. His journey began not with a silver spoon, but amidst a tempest of adversity that would forge the resilience for which he is now famous. Born Hongnan in Taiwan in 1963, Jensen's early life was marked by instability. His childhood was split between Taiwan and Thailand, but his social unrest grew. His parents made the difficult decision to send him and his brother to the United States in 1973, seeking a safer future. They were sent ahead of their parents, young boys navigating a new world alone. Their destination was not the idyllic American dream they might have imagined, but the Oneida Baptist Institute in rural Kentucky, what their relatives believed to be a prestigious boarding school, turned out to be a reform school, a place for troubled youth. This environment was unforgiving. Jensen, a small immigrant boy who barely spoke the language, became a target for bullying. His assigned chore was to scrub the toilets every single day. Yet it was in this crucible of hardship that his character was truly molded. Instead of breaking him, these experiences instilled in him a profound sense of discipline and an unshakable will. He learned to endure, to adapt, and to find strength within himself when the world outside offered none. This period of his life, though brutal, laid the groundwork for the leader he would become, a leader unafraid of failure, accustomed to struggle, and relentless in his pursuit of a goal. This foundation was complemented by a sharp intellect and a passion for technology. He pursued his education with vigor, earning a Bachelor of Electrical Engineering from Oregon State University in 1984, followed by a prestigious Master's degree in the same field from Stanford University in 1992, before striking out on his own. He honed his skills at established chip companies like LSI Logic and AMD, gaining invaluable hands-on experience in the intricate world of microprocessor design. These years were his apprenticeship, preparing him for the monumental task that lay ahead. In 1993, at the age of 30, a new chapter began. Jensen Huang, alongside two friends and colleagues, Curtis Preem and Chris Malachowski, gathered with a shared vision. They saw a future where computers could generate rich, three-dimensional graphics, a future that required a new kind of microprocessor. The birthplace of this revolutionary idea wasn't a fancy boardroom, but a humble booth at a Denny's restaurant. For Huang, this setting was deeply symbolic. As a shy student, he had worked as a waiter and busboy at Denny's, deliberately forcing himself into a customer-facing role to overcome his introversion and learn how to communicate. Now, in that same restaurant chain, he was laying the plans for a company that would change the world, NVIDIA. With a bold vision, they set out to build their dream. But the path to success was anything but smooth. Their first major product, a chip called the NV1, launched in 1995, was a commercial disaster. The market wasn't ready, and the technology missed the mark. By 1996, the dream was on the verge of turning into a nightmare. NVIDIA was bleeding cash, teetering on the precipice of bankruptcy, with just enough money left to cover a single month's payroll. The pressure was immense. Huang was forced to make the heart-wrenching decision to lay off a significant portion of his staff. He had to go, cap in hand, to his partners, begging them to help cover the company's mounting debts. It was a moment of profound failure, a test of his resolve forged years earlier in Kentucky. But just as they stared into the abyss, a glimmer of hope appeared. In 1997, with their last remaining resources, they launched the Riva 128. This new chip was a triumph. It was powerful, it was what the market wanted, and it sold in the millions. The Riva 128 single-handedly rescued NVIDIA from the brink of extinction, bringing in the company's first modest profits and proving that their vision, though initially flawed in execution, was fundamentally sound. Yet NVIDIA's greatest triumph wasn't about making video games look better. It was about a visionary leap that no one else saw coming. Huang and his team began to realize that the architecture of their graphics processing units, or GPUs, was special. GPUs were designed to perform thousands of simple calculations simultaneously to render complex images, a process known as parallel computing. Huang wondered, what else could this incredible parallel processing power be used for? In 2003, NVIDIA began evangelizing the concept of the GPU as a general-purpose processor. The true key, however, was unlocked in 2007 with the release of CUDA, or Compute Unified Device Architecture. CUDA was a software platform that gave developers a way to directly access the GPU's immense processing power for tasks far beyond graphics. It was like giving a key to a secret, superpowered engine that had been hiding inside computers all along. The turning point came as a new field, called deep learning, began to emerge. These complex AI algorithms required an astonishing amount of computation, and researchers discovered that GPUs, with their parallel architecture, were uniquely and incredibly efficient for training them. In 2012, while many in the industry were still focused on mobile phones and gaming, Huang made a pivotal, company-defining decision. He stood before his team and declared that harnessing the GPU for AI had to become their absolute top priority. It was a massive bet on a future that hadn't arrived yet. Today, that bet is paid off on a scale that is almost impossible to comprehend. NVIDIA doesn't just participate in the AI industry, it is the very foundation upon which it is built. From the large language models that power chatbots to the algorithms driving scientific discovery, nearly every major AI model in the world is trained on NVIDIA's hardware and software. In 2024, this dominance led to an incredible milestone. NVIDIA surpassed giants like Apple to become the most valuable company on the planet. With a market capitalization soaring past $3 trillion, this astronomical success is not just the result of brilliant technology, it's a reflection of a unique and intense leadership style. Jensen Huang has cultivated a powerful company culture known as the NVIDIA Way. It's a culture built on a relentless pursuit of excellence. He has a simple hiring philosophy. When in doubt, prioritize raw, exceptional talent over years of experience. He believes in paying top dollar to attract and retain the best people, but in return he demands absolute commitment and groundbreaking work. Huang is famously obsessed with the concept of the innovator's dilemma, the theory that successful companies often fail because they become complacent and unwilling to disrupt their own profitable businesses. He lives in a constant, healthy fear of stagnation. His preference for erasable whiteboards in meetings is symbolic of this mindset. It signifies that no matter how brilliant an idea is today, it is temporary, destined to be wiped away and replaced by something even better tomorrow. This relentless drive is encapsulated in his public persona. He is almost never seen without his signature black leather jacket, an image that has become as iconic as the company he leads. It's a uniform that speaks to his consistency, his focus, and his status as the rock star of the tech world. His journey is a powerful testament to vision, resilience, and the courage to bet everything on a market that doesn't even exist yet. From a dishwasher boy in a humble diner to the commander of a global AI empire, Jensen Huang's story is not just about building a company. It's about seeing a future no one else could, enduring failures that would have crushed others, and, through sheer force of will, turning that vision into our new reality.